I know like a lot of people are thinking about dropping out, and I know a lot of people are going through a lot of hard things just because of this online thing, but just keep on fighting because things will get better as time goes by. And at the end of the day, just remember like, and I don't know, I don't know if I want to encourage this, but like,
That's it, man.
at the end of the day, it's just school, right? Your life is more important than your academics. So your own self care is more important than your academics. Yeah. So take care of yourself. Take the time for it. Concordia is, I think like they're trying their best. I think out here trying to push some things, and it's a big adjustment, but yeah, just take care of yourself.
Yep.
Take care of yourself.
Watch after we post this episode in a few days.
I'm gonna expel before I graduate.
Well, a walkout occurs. Like, yeah, we heard this guy Luca D'Angelis, and it's all about me before the academics. That's what I'm doing right now.
Alpha Relations, driving change forward.
Hey guys, welcome back to Alpha. So this week we're changing things up and it's just the team. So we're going to be doing a little housekeeping and talk about the last few weeks. And we're also going to be doing a check-in as it is the end of the semester and we just want to see how everybody is doing.
I agree. Oh, shit. What is going on, team, fam? It's good to see you all, virtually speaking. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I love seeing your beautiful faces and hearing you and being here. It feels great. Oh, Luca, stop showing off. Stop showing off. What is he showing off, everyone? Well, I guess you'll just have to wait and find out. But anyway, back to what I was saying there. I'm tired. I'm tired. If we're checking in, we're keeping it real here. I'm exhausted. I'm really fucking tired, especially doing everything, regarding life, academics, even leisure. Just it's all coming back down to those four corners of your screen, of your keyboard, your mouse, the left and right clicker right there, and it's just been driving me nuts, and it's draining, and I cannot wait to finish off my very last assignment in my undergrad and then close that book. You know what I mean? We're almost there. Thank you. But hey, round of applause for Sir Luca there.
Yes.
Yay!
What's going on with you, buddy?
Damn, we handed in our final assignment after over 3 years of going after this degree, and finally the last paper is handed in. We finished up everything this week, so it feels just like a nice just weight off your shoulders, after all these years.
Did you have any tears of victory upon finishing your assignment?
No, yeah, everything feels still so numb and not real. So we're still. I'm not done yet. We still got some stuff left with the association, but after next Friday, I'm pretty much broken away from, or pretty much gone from the school, pretty much until I go back.
Holy moly! Oh,
crazy.
That is nuts, man.
Congrats, friends.
Oh, congrats to you too.
Congrats to Alan.
Hey.
Congrats to Luca.
We put back our mark for one of our business courses. We don't know. We might be still here next semester.
Oh, that's true. Guys, for anyone looking to take a business course out there, business law, very interesting stuff. But prepare yourselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Luke and I didn't. That's for sure. No, it's okay. It's okay. We did, and we didn't. But we have enough confidence in our skills and our experience to pull off a one-hit wonder time to time. Whatever that means.
Too funny.
Well, no, it just is what it is. But I think we'll be all right. I think we're going to come out on the positive side.
We got it.
Yeah.
I believe in you guys.
Hey, we believe in you.
Oh, thank you.
You have one more semester. You are in your final semester. It's coming up.
I'm almost done.
What about you? What's been going on, Alex?
So I've just been doing my internship this semester at Vizina High School. It's been going amazing. I have zero complaints. This semester has been quite the breeze, honestly.
Lucky you.
But it's gonna get tough next semester since I have my final 2 classes plus my internship and work. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. So I'm enjoying the calm while I can.
That's good.
Yeah.
I miss that calm. I really do. Like, I don't know about you, but guys, this semester has just been one hell of a fucking roller coaster. And
Yep.
that's putting it lightly, to be completely honest.
This whole year has been
This
a
whole
roller
year. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like just the last couple of months, if we were to start at the beginning of the semester and like seriously, like someone were to ask you, like, how do you think things are going to turn out? You know, and just be like, yeah, I think we'll be okay. Right.
coaster.
Like, wow. Wow. You know, understatement of the year.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, again, it's been so there's just been so much, a lot to feel, a lot to
Mhm.
process. And like it's not just me, it's not just you or Luca, like it's literally everyone in their own right. We all have
Yeah,
something that's been going on, and it's like especially from coming from a student perspective, it's been tough for us.
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
has.
Very true.
So, with all this in mind, we will get to further check ins, but we just wanted to do a little quick housekeeping. As you guys know, we did have our first giveaway about 3 weeks ago, which went really, really well thanks to all of our participants. So, a huge shout out to everybody who was involved, who just participated, shared our posts, got us out there. We really, really appreciate you. So, thank you, first of all.
Thank you guys. We love you.
We do.
We really do.
And also a really, really, really huge thank you to the businesses that, were affiliated with
Mm,
our giveaway. So we have Catlands, which is run by our good friend Caitlin Salikis. So make sure to check her out. We will link her in this week's bio so you could go and look at her products. They're great, super cute. And another thank you to Thick and Thin Designs, which is run by my really good friend Brianna and her sister. They make super cute ornaments. So make sure to check them out. And thank you guys for giving us your products.
yeah. Woo! That's so
Yay.
cool. And I think it was just, I mean, excellent timing as well. Just how everything was lining up. They launched their own little cute, cottage businesses there.
Mhm.
And again, guys, it was Alex's idea to do this collaboration and to reach out, to our peers, our good friends there in the program. And I think it's something wonderful, because this is a time where look, we're stuck at home still, more or less, and people are being very innovative, creative in their ways of what they could do, to help out themselves, to help out their communities. And look, Alex put two and two together, or three and three rather, and here we are, and I think it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's the most important part.
I think it's really awesome. I think that's pretty much our first like collaboration with another like
It
little
was,
business. So that was
yeah.
like really awesome just
Mhm.
to have that opportunity to like get to work with another person doing like their own little thing and putting it into our giveaway. So that was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
And speaking of giveaways, we will be doing our next one at 500 followers, which was mentioned in the last few weeks. So make sure to spread the news, I guess,
Mhm.
spread our pages so we could get the followers up there, and then do another special giveaway for you guys.
Hell yeah. Go follow that. We're gonna leave it down in the description also with
Yes.
the other people to go follow. And also I think it's just important just to stress like this time of the year, with the holidays coming up, to support your local businesses. They're the ones that need it most. These other big companies have been like making money this year from the pandemic, so go out there, support your local businesses because they really do need the business. And honestly, you're when you're helping a local business, you're helping like a family. You're helping a person that really is living off that. So
Hmm.
definitely, if you're looking into like little gifts and little things, go check into like just more local stuff and little businesses to help out.
No, you said it, man. You said it. And just to really paint a picture here, when things in Manitoba really took a turn for the worse in terms of their restrictions just going through the roof. Graham, our good friend who has also been on the podcast, he was saying how he was talking to one of his parents, and they were describing how the Walmart in their area, in this case, look, Walmart, it's like a one-stop shop for everything. Typically, as many
Hmm.
people know. His mom, I think he described, was in there and just mentioning how certain aisles were just completely closed off, right, to the public. So you were allowed to go to Walmart to like get your vital essentials here. Like if you need food, you need water, you need fuel, great, get in and get out. Anything else, like maybe
Mhm.
let's say electronics, that section would have been closed, for instance, because the whole idea is, as Graham had told me, is that Walmart is trying to, promote people and encourage them to go shop at their local businesses in the nearby area. So I think that's it's very cool. I mean,
Mhm.
I mean, surreal to be seeing that, but
It's
that
awesome.
it is, but that's
Rare. You
that's the
wouldn't
world we
expect
live.
that,
Right.
from a bigger
Yeah.
company. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
big
It's big.
props to
It
Walmart
is
for doing
big.
that out
That's true.
That's a great initiative.
there. Mhm.
Isn't it? But it just goes to show this is where we are, and this is what's happening, and we all make the choices of what comes next, and that's the choice that they're deciding to do, to help out the
Mhm.
little guy in this case.
100%.
Hmm.
So, yeah, okay. The next thing that we wanted to do with you guys is do a little check in. And actually, we did go out to our story today to see how everybody is doing. And we did get a few responses. So, we asked everybody to give us a 1 word check in just to see how you guys are feeling. So, the check in replies that we got were stressed, reconnect, relieved. Somebody wrote suffering, but almost there. So, keep keep going. Eager, relieved, and the final one was horrible. So hopefully it gets better.
Hmm.
And thank you for sharing, guys.
Damn. Just hearing that, like, I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, like, personally myself, I connect with all that. I think
Mhm.
we can all connect with all that to a certain extent.
Mhm.
But I mean, again, just hearing those who are really going through a harder time, um just hang in there, you know reach out as best as you can, talk about it.
Mhm.
I mean, it won't necessarily have any major impact, but the idea, is just like it's progressive, right? You talk a little bit about whatever's going on today, and then you do the same thing tomorrow and the day after, and the good news is that you're not internalizing it, right? Because you're putting it out, and hopefully there's someone who truly cares about you that is hearing you at the
Mhm.
same time, right? They don't need to be offering advice. They just need to be hearing you and to let you know that I'm here to hear, to listen to you. That's just huge. That's just
Mhm.
huge. It's the smallest things, that can over time have the biggest impact.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I feel for those people. I feel for everyone. You know?
Mhm.
Just it's a wild time.
Yeah, and I think those little check-ins with the people around you are really important. I think me and
Hmm.
Alan especially, we've sort of been in a lot of group chats, and we've seen like just
Mm-hmm.
things going behind the scenes that people don't really tell you, but then you find out that they're going through, and just the importance of being there for other people. And I think that's one thing that's really great about this semester, I think, is that we've had all these different like group chats, and we've been able to be there for a lot of people,
Yes.
and having that little community. So obviously, like, take the time to go out there and check on your friends and make sure everything's good. Because a lot of times people are just holding things in, and you don't know what's actually happened behind the scenes.
Mhm.
Even if everything seems good, like people are actually going through a lot of pain and stuff. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you said
mm,
it. You said it, and I think that's the weird part. Knowing how we're so close and interconnected with what the stuff that we're going through, that we're experiencing, and then the moment someone discloses what's happening, and like my
Mhm.
gosh, like I mean, like I had no idea and whatnot, but that's the truth, though. Everyone is going through something, is feeling something, but just I mean, just be there if you can be there, and
Yeah.
I think, especially virtually speaking as well. I mean, it's so easy to have that connection,
Mhm.
but it's also it could be really difficult as well. Like, I mean, if you're sick and tired of spending so much time online, but
Yeah.
it doesn't take too much, just be like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Like what can we do? Like, I mean, having trouble sleeping? Okay, let's talk for a moment. And that's a
Yeah.
real example. Like, I mean, Luke and I we were up chatting one night. Another friend of ours was just going through a hard time in one of our chats, and we encouraged them if they wanted to, like, hey, like, we're up, you're up, clearly. If you want to get on call with us, by all means do so. And it was so wonderful that they did. They reached out, and by the time in an hour and a half goes on, I mean, it just the whole room, or virtual room in this case, just filled with laughter. Just shits
Yeah.
mhm,
and giggles, and it was just so relieving. And I can only imagine how they must have been feeling in that moment too.
mhm. Yeah, for sure. And obviously, it takes a lot to like open up and actually share what you're truly feeling. And I feel like this semester, especially, I've noticed a lot of people have taken the time to actually share their true feelings. We always ask like how you're doing.
Mhm.
Everyone's just like, "Oh, we're good. No, I'm okay." But how you really feel,
Mhm.
how you really feeling. And that's one
Yeah.
thing, within the association that we've done a lot where it's like, "Okay, like, how you really feeling? Let's get, like, what's actually going on in your life," because
Mhm.
a lot of people just sort of keep that surface level with everyone, like, "Yeah, I'm good,"
Mhm.
whatever, but really at the same time, like, when they're by themselves, like, they're going through, like hell by themselves.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, it's just honestly takes a lot, and so whenever people, like, actually reach out, like, take the time to actually be there for them and listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said it, and you said something interesting, Luca, like regarding people, in a sense, giving feedback on these new like relationships, these group chats, like one of ours, for instance, that we formed with a few wonderful individuals this semester that we've just gotten to know, pretty quickly in a short period of time. Um, Someone had said something in our group chat about how we just really made them feel good and like being there every single day, over the last few months, and just being able to laugh, talk about anything that was, like bearing on their shoulders, right? Something that they just needed to get out in the open, and just just to have others be there for them unexpectedly, right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, that chat started off by us forming a group just based off of like, oh yeah, you seem like some decent people to work with. And right in that moment, seeing those messages like pour in, just like myself, and then like Luca, and then the others, other individuals, I shit you not, like I started to tear up there.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
feel you. We
yeah,
had a moment there,
we did have a moment.
that moment there, that was, like, one of those things where it's, like, the importance of just being there for people, but also just, like, being nice, and just,
Oh yeah.
I feel like, that's one thing I've always tried to do is just try to bring that energy, like, even if I'm going through something, like, you won't know, like, I'm gonna bring you that energy every time just because I know that someone else could be also, like, putting up a front or, like a face.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And they could actually use, like, that smile. So, I think one thing that was great this semester is that we were just me and Alan just being ourselves, our regular just goofballs, and we were able to like uplift people's spirits, without even knowing. And I think that's just really special. And that's just the importance of just being nice to people and just like genuinely just like
Hmm.
just trying to bring a good energy with people, because you never know what's going on.
You
Mhm.
said it. You said it. Mhm. What do you think about that, Alex?
Honestly, like I agree with you guys 100%. And although my semester has been relatively calm in comparison to you guys and a bunch of other people out there, like there were still moments where I was feeling the stress or just,
Hmm.
of having my internship and writing my papers that the few that I had, like it was still emotionally draining just because I'm still doing other things. It doesn't have to necessarily be school related. So it's just been nice to have people just ask how I'm doing or be able to speak to them if I need to. But I think it's also important to just point out that maybe for those of you who do not have particularly the best support system or you don't have people who you could confide in so much, you could um, go back and check out some of the resources that we posted for you guys in our links and resources on our drive.
Right. Yeah.
Concordia and McGill have really good organizations. They're Nightline organizations, which are active listening that you can go and you could talk to. So if you're feeling down and nobody is really around to help you, there's always people available to listen. So just it's important to know that there are means out there for you to be able to get some sort of relief. If it's
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
your friends, like strangers work too sometimes. So
Yeah,
just important to keep that in mind.
that's
Hmm.
very true. That is so true. Hmm. Remind me of a very intense conversation I had with my Uber driver sometime last week. Yeah, no, literally, it's just like I had a deep sigh, and he goes like, "Long day, buddy." I'm like, "You have no idea." All right. And then it was like a 22-minute drive. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll tell you what's up. Right. Chances are like, I'll never see you again. I might, but like,
Mhm.
sometimes, yeah, Alex brings up a good point. there's, there's a very strange, peculiar, but yet sometimes, beneficial, rewarding feeling of disclosing what's going on to a stranger,
Mhm.
and I think that's like in part because a stranger, does not know you,
Mhm.
and depending on the person and what they value, they might just stay there for the moment and listen to you,
Hmm.
Yeah.
right? That's big. That's huge,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, and
And
sometimes it's just easier to actually share it to, like, a stranger than someone that's close to you,
yeah.
just because someone
Mhm.
close to you, right, it almost feels like they're judging you or they're
Yeah.
they're in your life, like, every day, so it's hard to, like, share those things. But with somebody you don't know, like, it's a lot easier, I feel, to sometimes disclose those like, some stuff that you're going through.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Well, it's true. It's true. But just having that emotional support network, not even emotionally, just having a support network, right?
Mhm.
It could
Mhm.
be one, two people, but I think it really counts just to have something or someone, and something
Yeah.
in this case being like it could be an organization, it could be
Mhm.
like a nightline in this case that Concordia runs their own, McGill runs their own, and there's a whole vast variety of other similar services out there. But it just starts off too, just with inside yourself. Like if you have that desire to, you want to talk about it, then talk about it, but don't internalize it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's tough. That's super tough. Like I mean, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, and I think that's all really important. I think like we've seen like this semester I actually pulled up like this post that was circulating around in group chats early in the semester from this engineer student at Concordia who if you read the message like you could feel the pain in this person going through the semester and how like before everything seemed so good in life and then COVID hit and how how tough school has been online, and I feel like a lot of students are relating that, and I've seen that all over my social media where there are teachers who have maybe not been doing like the best job of ensuring that their students are okay, and they're and this one here they sort of describe the teacher as being like a professor as being like narcissistic type thing, and
Mm,
I feel like in my personal case this semester I've been blessed with some teachers that who have been really lenient and who have been there if you want. But I've also heard a lot of horror stories where teachers just don't care, which is pretty sad, And I think, I'm just like reading over that post like a few months ago when it was dropped. It just really showed just like the impact that this pandemic has had on students. And I relate a lot with a lot of the things within it, where it's like you're sort of just it feels like you're always just like sort of getting bombarded by school all semester,
mm,
and you're just sort of like you're trying so hard but it feels like everything you're doing is just 10 times harder to do, and with everything being closed, no, there's no like escape, there's no more going to the gym, there's you're pretty much just like Alan's saying, always between those four corners, right? 24/7. And I remember just the semester, like there are some days like you wake up like and you're pretty much on a Zoom call or some kind of virtual call like all day long until you go to bed, which is just
yep.
crazy. And some of it like was like, us just talking and having like that, but a lot of the times it's still like you have to be there, and it was heavy, and it's just like, yeah, it's just one of those posts like where you could just feel the impact of the pandemic that's been having on students,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
uh, yeah, it's just crazy,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, you said it, and uh, that person mentioned something towards the end about like I mean something needs to be done, especially from the educators side
Mhm.
of things like regarding like do something before more people start committing to ideas of self harm or considering to drop out of wherever they are in their post secondary studies, even secondary studies. Um, my brother's girlfriend, who currently attends Dawson College right now, was telling me that currently there is a massive, like rate. The dropout rate at Dawson is through the roof this past semester for first years,
Mhm.
particularly. And I was thinking about that, and I'm just like, my heart sank, because it's what should have been typically a very wild, self discovery period in one's life, making that
Mhm.
transition, at least here in Quebec, from high school to, post secondary studies, in this case, college, right? Cégep, and to know that I mean they're not getting those experiences, okay, of meeting these new people, like discovering new locations, trying out new things, turning 18 and running with that, it's quite sad. And I can only
Hmm.
imagine how they must be feeling, knowing how they spent the last, depending on what high school they're coming from, 5 years in an institution with the same people, and they were getting ready to a certain extent, COVID happens, and now they're expected to do college work right, online in a world that they're not clicking with. That's my
Mhm.
interpretation.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, I feel for that. That's
Mhm.
really hard. And what comes next too?
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I mean, I think it'll just be a lot more stuff to endure to process through.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, and I mean, they have tried. I've seen, like, we've heard, like, that the administration has, like, reached out to teachers and told them to try to be a little more lenient and
Yes,
stuff.
that's right.
Like, they are trying their best. I think the problem is there are some teachers who just they're frankly just there to just give you the information and then they don't care. Like, and that's just the true facts of it. And like, I'm sort of like, a lot of the things come from, like, a certain the department, whatever, within. And I'm sure Alan can sort of think about what I'm thinking about right now too.
Mm, mm,
But they have sort of a rip for that. But like, that's just unfortunate, and I think a lot of students are going through a tough times, and there's a lot of people who are considering dropping out. And I understand, like, even me coming into this last semester, I've seen a dip. I've seen a dip in my performance, and I've seen like how much harder it is compared to, and every program is going to be hard in its own way. But I feel like we're really just seeing how, like, this adapting, like, to this new, like, online version has just been just chaos, and it just feels so much more, like, draining than it used to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
you said it. Woo.
Yeah. I
Um,
hear you.
but eventually, you know, life hopefully will return to normal, start to look on the
Mhm.
up and up.
Hmm.
But until that's done, and until we get there, I I think the best thing to do is just be patient with yourself. Number one, but ask yourself, like, okay, like, I mean, this is what I'm feeling, right? It's okay to be feeling what you're feeling. Everything's okay to feel what you're feeling. Like, it's a very colorful time period that we're all going through right now. But just ask yourself, like, if you wanted, to feel better or to feel more motivated regarding work or whatever it may be, just how would you want to get there, right? And that ties back into, actually, there's a lot of themes that we've been talking about that ties back into all the guests and much appreciated wisdom that they've given us. I'm thinking about, like, goals here that discussed with Ron earlier this semester. Just like figure out, just a small goal, for you to put in front of you, to make it realistic, to make it attainable. And just like, how could you get there? Can someone help you get there? What does it look like in your head? What does it look like in paper? Is
Hmm.
that something you're willing to put in front of you every day to work on, right? And then by the
Mhm.
time you know it, you might get there and you might feel better and just start to chip away. you know so definitely having those
Hmm.
goals out in front of you.
Mhm.
you know
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just keep fighting out there. I know it's gonna get rough, and I know next semester also for pretty much everyone's gonna be online, and this semester has been really challenging for a lot of them, and I'm sure it's just gonna be as rough next semester. But just keep on fighting. Eventually, we should get out of this whole, like, chaos of online schooling, and I know, like, a lot of people are thinking about dropping out, and I know a lot of people are going through a lot of hard things just because of this online thing. But just keep on fighting because things will get better as time goes by. And at the end of the day, just remember, like, and I don't know, yeah, I don't know if I want to encourage this, but, like,
That's it, man.
it's
Say it.
at the end of the day, it's just school, right? Your life is more important than your academics. So, your own self care is more important than your
Yeah.
academics. So take care of yourself. Take the time for it. Concordia is, I think, like, they're trying their best. I think out here trying to push some things, and it's a big adjustment, but yeah, just
Please
take care of
continue.
yourself.
Yep.
Take care of yourself.
Watch after we post this episode in a few
I'm
days.
gonna I'm
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna expel before I graduate.
Well, a
No.
huge a walkout occurs. Like, yeah, we heard this
Oh my
guy Luca
God.
D'Angelis on. It's all about me before the academics. That's what I'm doing right now.
But
No,
you
but
know what? Luca has a really good point
He
though,
does.
because
He does.
school and the school institution in its own will always be there, you know? So
Mhm,
if you feel like you're just mentally, emotionally, whatever, unable to continue your studies right now because of the pandemic, it's not an unreasonable thing to say, I'm going to take this semester off,
Yeah,
focus on myself,
mhm,
and then I'll go back, or
that's true.
even if it's reducing your workload to part time, like school will never not exist. That's not a thing that will ever happen. So if you have to prioritize yourself, focus
mhm,
on your mental health, to be at a place where you can focus on school, achieve your goals in however long the time frame may be, then I don't really see the harm in that either. It's not like you're saying, fuck you, school. It's just like I need to take care of myself for a little bit and I'll be back,
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, I
You
I was
said it.
just saying, just take care of your mental health first. Like I'm not saying just take care of your mental health. I'm not saying like fuck school or
Of
anything.
course
Like
not. Of
school,
course.
like I'm always like been a really big school person. I think, and especially within our own department, I just I'm really thankful for everything they've given me and all the knowledge I've gained. But I'm just saying, take care of yourself because at the end of the day, like your life is more important than your GPA in a
No, dude,
sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
you
said
could
it.
always take courses and bring that back up, but you can't get back your life type thing. So
Hmm.
take care of yourself. And things are gonna get better. Eventually, we get to a point where you're able to get back to feeling like you're in your zone and you're back in person and stuff. So so take that time if you need to and reach out, and that's the big thing, right? We dropped those links and stuff, and I think we're for this episode too. I think I'll drop down in the description again just some links if you ever need someone to talk to, just because I know a lot of people probably are needing it after just such a chaotic semester and stuff too.
That's a good word to describe this semester. Chaotic. Uh, I don't know, just one that really resonates with me. But I like what you're saying, Luca and Alex. Just again, guys, like you come first. You focus on you. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Then take a moment to just just be with yourself. Just to
Mm-hmm.
like have that reset, whatever that means to reset. If that literally means turning off the computer and throwing away the power cable, then by all means do so. I won't lie, I've
Mm-hmm.
thought about it at least a handful of times this semester. Right? I'm still thinking about it like right now because after this, I'm going back to work on my final paper, and I'm just like a big part of me just wants to quit. And that's really tough knowing that I'm right at the end. But I'm done. I'm done. I'm burnt. Running on fumes here. But
Mm-hmm.
again, guys, just take that time if you need it. Be with yourself. Figure out what it is that you want, that you need, and just start to chip away at that process. Put up the goals and just work on what needs to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, you
Yeah,
okay there?
definitely.
You're making very concerning faces.
No, I'm not sure she's doing.
There's a fat fucking spider right next to me. I don't know why.
Yo, her face has been like that for the last like 5 minutes we've been talking.
Oh, I
I don't
swear, I
know where
can't
it
wait to
went.
get
I
video.
looked away.
Oh
I
boy,
don't know where it went.
that's too funny.
Oh my god.
I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just wanted to make sure. You see, guys, checking in. Checking
Oh,
for your.
don't keep this. Don't keep this.
Oh
Oh
no,
no,
we're
that's
keeping
definitely
this.
going.
We're definitely keeping this. No, we are so keeping this.
Spider's making the cut.
Oh damn, that's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So essentially just take time for yourself throughout the semester, and we're just gonna go through, I think, a little check-in over here just to, I guess, get different perspectives how we've been going through it. Because I think in my personal experience, I've not taken any time for myself or anything for my own mental health. The semester's been the heaviest semester ever. And it's crazy because I'm taking 4 courses like every semester, but for some reason it just feels like I'm taking like 8. It's just every day, every night I'm doing some kind of schoolwork. I'm up till 4 a.m. for some reason, and
Not
it's
my
just
fault.
not your fault. That's the thing. It's not your fault, but it's also a mix of just school. Also, like a lot of our talk is because of school, and a lot of the assignments were done just at those crazy times of the night. And I feel like I've talked a lot about this throughout the semester, especially with you, Alan, how this is the most connected we've been, but also most disconnected we've been.
Yes.
Like in regards to like how we're socializing more than ever and talking either virtually, like through like a whatever FaceTime or just through group chats, but we're also just feeling so disconnected.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you said it.
And I feel
You
that's
said
like this that's like been the story of the semester, I feel like.
Mhm.
And just that disconnect, even if you're like so out talking to people, it still feels like you're so like alone in
Yeah.
the world. You know what I'm
That
saying?
isolation. Yeah.
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 It's actually crazy.
It really
Mhm.
is. It really is. Yeah.
It's really funny that you say that, Luca, because like why you and Alan have been friends for like some time now, but like for me, it's been so weird just because we really only became like actual friends just virtually basically at this point. Like we've seen each other once or twice, when we did that photo shoot a while ago, like before we decided, well, not before we decided, but for the podcast stuff and like, like little bits like that, but we've
Mhm.
never actually hung out
Yeah.
much,
True.
So it's been really weird. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I've made two really good friends throughout this pandemic, but I've never really hung out with them. So it's kind of just
I
like
get you though. I get
you're
you.
just an illusion to me. What's up?
Right. But that's the interesting thing because I mean, like we started this, this beautiful little, what feels like really like a family of sorts. We're a podcasting team. We've become good friends in the shortest period of time, and that we're only growing, every day, even more and more. So, and
Mhm.
but like that same thing has like reoccurred, like for Luke and myself in other classes with other wonderful peeps out there, and I'm just thinking, I long for the day, and we will get there eventually. And I know I'm not the only one when we're going to be able to take that energy, that emotion, that connectedness, those hardships that we disclosed with one another, that support that we gave each other, all virtually, and
Mhm.
transmit that into reality, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, all I need is a hug. That's it.
I'll give you the biggest hug.
That's what I'm
Then.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I mean, I can't wait to see these people. Like, and just a hug. We don't even have to say anything. Just a hug will mean everything. You know.
I would have hugged Luca today, but COVID.
You know,
So it's like
man.
I didn't, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Twinny."
Oh, and Luca, like, I mean, apparently you picked up something very special from Alex earlier today.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We
I
have to meet up
wonder what.
for to pick up something that might be dropping in the near future.
Hmm.
2021?
2021, maybe something big coming from the Alpha team over here.
Well, who
Maybe.
knows, man?
Who
Who
knows?
knows? All I know is that I'm very, very jealous right now. Oh, man.
That's what I was referring to before when you said I was flexing on at the
Mhm.
beginning of
Oh yeah.
the episode.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's okay. In a few days, I'll get there. Got to finish my paper first. Yep, that's the deal. That's the deal. Oh man, but it's been a wild ride, and
Mhm.
I think just to keep in mind too, right? Once we do get out of here, guys, like I mean, not necessarily have a plan. If you have a plan, great, but celebrate. I think
Mhm.
everyone has that's been on somebody's mind. Many of us maybe want to take a trip, want to hug someone, want to go out to a club, a restaurant, have a picnic, barbecue, you name it. Actually, like all those things sound really good. Like
Yeah.
let's get it all done. Let's get it all done.
We have to do our bucket list.
Yeah, we
Now
have a
that you mentioned
big
all these
bucket
things,
list.
we have a fat bucket list that I
Oh
don't
my
know
god.
where it went. Who has the list to that?
I think
You
I
didn't
do
know?
somewhere. I
Or
do.
Alan made
Alan
it.
has the
Alan
list
made it.
somewhere. It's a fat list of everything we
Yeah,
wanted
we'll
to do
We have a lot
post-COVID.
of things. There's a lot of things on that list. Oh my gosh. That
Oh,
seems like
shit.
so long ago because so much has happened, right? Like
Right?
on the computer and like so many documents later. But you're right. Okay, I'm gonna find that. Um, heck, we could post that, like I mean,
We
we could
could.
clean it up just to show people, like, I mean, what's what, and just
Mhm.
it's the principle that counts, look
Mhm.
forward to good things because good things eventually are up ahead.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm. Yeah.
damn.
You know what they say about hitting rock bottom, right?
What's that, Alex?
There's only one way up.
Oh,
Alright, that was the corny joke of the night. Let's move
It's
on.
very true though. It's very true though.
it
You
is.
know,
It
with
is.
time things will get better. We just gotta get through this stormy patch right now of our lives,
Mhm.
and there seems to be some optimism out there right now, um, in regards to the pandemic, more or less. So
Mhm.
hopefully we keep on going in the right direction, and
Yep.
you know,
Yep. Let's see what's what. We're gonna get there.
Hell yeah.
and something that's really helped me and Alan throughout the semester is just taking counseling. Something that I've personally never done before, but I decided to sign up for. And I think it really helped me, especially through the whole like school and the whole
Mhm.
chaos. And I sort of a lot of my sessions have just been me talking about how I've just felt so much pressure on me. Just to not only perform at the level I've been performing the last 3 years, but also feeling like even if I'm trying so hard, I can't perform as good as I usually do.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those things where you just feel trapped within yourself, and there's like no way to step away from this because you're just like 24/7 connected, but not connected at the same time, and
Mm,
you're just sort of struggling and just trying to grab just a hold of yourself. Your mental is just not there like it used to be, and
Mhm.
yeah, definitely. I think if you are going through a tough time, look out for maybe getting counseling, and not being afraid to actually take the time to do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If you need help.
Mhm.
And I think just from my personal experience, it really helped me just sort of just trying to keep myself leveled, and just knowing that I'm sort of like too much in my head in this semester, and putting too much pressure on myself, and things that and things will get better. And now, like, coming to this point right now where I finally finished all my stuff for the semester, and I'm pretty much on the road to graduating.
Mhm.
Just sort of looking back to where I was just a few weeks ago, where I was just like overly stressing just how worried I was of damaging my GPA, and just sort
Yeah.
of realizing that, is it really that the biggest thing in the world? If I have a little higher or a little lower right now, like, I don't know, just take care of your mental health. I think that's a big thing. And I think that's one thing I had to learn the hard way this semester, just sort of going through my own mental problems and
Your
anxieties,
mental journey.
Mental
my
journey.
mental journey,
Mhm.
because just going through your own anxieties, and just trying to
Yeah.
escape from the world,
And
while
that's a
having
tough thing to do, to face that reality of what's going on in one's head. You know, that's a daunting thing to do. Truly, I mean, going about it with my own counselor, like at McGill. In this case, it's a very unique program that teams up with applied human sciences every year. Being run through, Dr. Farmer, as he's always someone that's always pushing that. He's been doing it for many years, just to get students from McGill to connect with students in our own department, which is fantastic. And yeah, no, just jumped on that opportunity. It's something that I've never done before, but I'm super grateful. It's great to have an open ear, an objective ear at the same time, and just
Mm.
giving you that space, that time for you to be you and to vocalize, your thoughts, your curiosities, your concerns, whatever may be going on up there. And you don't have to walk out with an answer. More times I walk out with more questions, but healthy questions. But that's good because
Mhm,
that's work
Yeah.
being done. You know,
mhm,
and work is always needed to be done in order to have that growth, in order to feel better about yourself, right?
mhm,
Yeah.
But no, truly, it's been refreshing, being able to do that. So guys, remember, if you're a student, regardless of the university you attend, you pay fees, and that fees goes towards health insurance, and that covers a solid chunk of, if you want to get therapy that needs to be covered, you have
Mhm.
access to that. So I think we could
Facts.
definitely drop a link or two um,
Mhm.
later on once this episode gets published, especially for Concordia students.
Use the resources.
Use
We
the
pay
resources.
a lot for them, especially this semester, considering everything's
mhm.
online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
We have a
never.
lot of them that we don't even know
No,
that we have. So do
true.
your research. Do your
Mhm.
research, 'cause I bet your school probably has a lot of resources that you could be using right now that you just don't even know about. And I only found
Mhm.
out about them this semester because I did orientation for the association, and I'm like,
Oh, that's
"Wait, we have that?" You
Yeah.
know? I'm like, they're like presenting, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even know we had all this."
3 years later, like, oh, okay,
3 years later.
this is what I'm
Like,
It's
paying
so
for.
last year.
great to know from the start,
Oh,
but
damn.
I mean, it's also my fault for not going to orientation since the start. But,
Yeah.
that's me.
That's okay. That's okay.
So yeah, before we wrap up, there is a shout out that we would like to give away today. So I will let Alan and Luca just explain a little bit of the background.
All right. So, Luca, you want to start it off, or shall I?
Uh, you can take it.
I think you should.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you should do it.
All right. So essentially, we had me and Alan were in the same class. We had to run a virtual carnival for our play development, our play adult development class. And the top three or people that won within our carnival or got the most tickets pretty much got prizes. And one of the prizes was a
It's a
shout out
shout
on
out.
the Alpha Relations podcast.
Goddamn.
All right. So without further
The
ado,
lucky winner is Ding!
Ryan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, Ryan.
Shout out. Hope you're doing good out there. Take care of yourself.
The guy's a master chef. Did you know?
Oh.
Yeah,
Serious?
he is. I mean, you saw his chef hat the other day.
It's true.
That's it.
Okay.
Guys, go check him out. Like, I mean, Master Chef, Master Cooking. You know how it is. All right.
Oh my. All right. Well, with that being said, everybody, this is Alpha Relations, driving change forward.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bye.
Take care, y'all.